It's disc golf time. Welcome to the stream, folks. Today I'm going to be finishing up our first round of sounds for our Home Ghost's first public game, disc golf game. Excuse me. So, today we're going to be doing swimming, both, paddling and submersion and immersion. And then we're going to be working on the chain sound for the, the disc golf hole. So, yeah. So we're going to start with this underwater stuff, or this water stuff. So I need to listen here. This kind of sounds like a kind of a sequence paddle. Same with this. Cut it up. It sounds kind of like a stroke as well. Nice. That sounds good. Two, just long. Alright. Cool. Well, we got some starter stuff. We're gonna layer this and tweak it. This is kind of like the dense bottom layer. Okay, so now let's see what we got here. This is swimming strokes underwater. So these sound pretty good. They're a little long. I liked these. Okay. Don't need a ton, but nice. Good. Wow, there's a lot. Let's go further in the sample. These are a little less. Alright, I think I got enough here. Alright, and then what do we got here? I think this was some footsteps. Yeah, these might sound good for going in the water. Like a little bit of a little dive. I don't want it to be super intense. What's this? I think I could use these together. I think that's what I was doing. These are submersion or immersion ones. So this was in water. I think this was getting in the water, and I think this was getting out of the water. I think that's how I kind of was doing it. I might need more stuff for that one, but that's okay. What we got here? That sounds to me like it could be helpful here. It's like I could do something like this, where it's like, you know, why do they give us dark colors? I mean, you can obviously hear that's a step. Something along those lines. I could get a little bit of a bigger splash in there. Like that's not bad. I need a splash. Dropping toast in the water. I know I made some splashes. Ooh, that sounds cool. Weird. What are those? Okay, that's enough of that. Wait, right here. Yeah. I recorded these with my iPhone. They ended up really sounding pretty good. That sounds pretty good. Just copy this and make a few variations. Nice. They're not going to be going in the water a ton, but having something. Let me turn this down a little. kind of a lot of stuff going on in that, so I think I'm going to EQ some of it out. Okay. Cool. So this is just splashes. Probably turn this one down a little. This one too. This one up slightly. I really don't want it to be sounding too intense. I mean, you're barely, you're kind of just like easing into the water, but you possibly could jump, so it's possible that I might end up changing this a little. And then getting out of the water, that sounds decent. I do want to make this mono. They don't all have to be mono, but I think that one really needs to be. It's a little too much. Okay, cool. So I think this sounds pretty good. I think I'll make, what did I make here? 3 variations? Make 3 variations of this too. Get rid of that. And then I can take these two and I can find something different. Let's try something else. Nice. One more time. We'll do like something like this. Cut this end off. Oops. Oops. No. Oops. No. Cool. All right, that should work. Let's make a new folder. Let's call it out of water. Great. Oh yeah, the tree creaking. Let's take a sidetrack to do this really quick. are going to be real quiet. Sick. All right, now I'm gonna do some spectral editing here. I'm just gonna kill all this wind. I've got my own wind. Yeah, that's pretty good. And we're going to make this directional so that we can kind of add it to trees as we need to. So I'm going to make these. Yep. Oh, why did I just do that? It's probably a faster way for me to make these mono. But, whoops, not reverse stereo. And we're just going to fade in and out of all these. This one doesn't need to have such a long tail. Cool. I'll be right back. Okay, back at it. Alright, so we got our creaking branches. Okay, now back to the swimming. Shouldn't take too much longer here. I think I'll just take all of these and we'll layer them with these, and we'll make these strokes a little bit faster. This one might be a little too long. Okay, let's hear it. Let's turn this one down a little. Let's, and I'm just going to automatically put this on there. We just don't need so much low stuff. Nice, nice, nice. I should probably make these mono. Story of my life. Jeez, it's long. Yeah, that definitely doesn't need to be that long. Sounds like it cuts off a little early. These might even need to be shorter, but we'll see. We just need to see them in game. I'm hearing a drip. Sit in this one. Yeah. All right, let's kill this one. All right, I think that'll work. Okay, so that is splashes, and okay, so let's make sure let's render these. Is it Control B? cool. Splashies. Let's render this. Start right where it's starting. What is it? Control B. Yep. Okay. Control B. Nope. That's not control. Put this in here. Kill this. Name this just splash. I don't feel like making subgroups, so I just want to make them quick renders. Okay. Now we can mute this. It's pretty loud. Okay, and then out of one. Then we can render these. I'll just do it all at once and then cut them. Actually, these are stereo, so I think it's... What did I do? See? I think that's okay to do those stereo. Since you're coming out of the water. It's going to be weird if they're just... That's the only one, so screw it. Cool. And then that's already bounced out because it's just one file. And we'll take this away. All right, now we can bounce these out. So we've got, let's take this away too. Boop, and a boop. And then a boop. Nope, gotta hold. Okay. Oh wait, not that one. All right. I think I gotta, I'm just gonna throw them in here. Because I gotta do some quick moving around because they're all different categoried stuff. All right. So branches, that would be an environment. Out of water, this is swimming. All right, let's make sure these got rendered in. Great. And then environment, tree creaking. Great. Well, might as well. Okay. Great. So now all we need is these chains. This is a pretty big file though. I'm gonna make it mono straight up because I know that it's gonna be incredibly directional. Oh my god, why did I do that? Why do I do it? Okay, so we're just gonna straight up start with that. And I think I want a few different things here. So when you're playing disc golf, you know, you're throwing the disc at the, like, if you hit a chain, that's going to sound different if you hit the chain and then the chain hits the, like, foundation or the structure, which is then going to, like, make more of, like, a ping that you would hear, you know, like a gate or something ping. So I think I need, like, two different things. I think I need, like, chain separate, like just chain, and then I need chain hitting metal. So like you can hear that the like hollowness, that's not going to work. I think maybe I want to think where I really had found I was making strides was the stuff inside the garage. See, that's a very different sound than just the chain. And did I record any of those? Yeah, I did. Okay, also I need to separate this. There's all the chickens. Oh yeah, I found this cool can that sounded really good. Okay, so this is the two separate pieces here. This is outside and then this is inside. Wait. Well, let's actually separate this. Let's glue this. Okay. Now I can open it in RX. Actually, I think I could. Well, let's kill this dead air first. Okay, perfect. Now I've got these chicken sounds. I've got a plugin called denoise or debird. And I'll try it. Damn, works good. So we're gonna render that. Get those bird sounds out. It did too much. So let's pull the sensitivity back. All right, let's see, like this part. That sounds good. Let's try that. Seems a little more reasonable. When I was looking at this, I was like, I don't know. Seemed like, what's going on there? Oh, that's when it's like really. I think that's when I got inside and I was really talking with the chickens. That's a little concerning. Some of that later stuff doesn't need to be so destroyed. Probably could just spot check it, but yeah, it's like killing. Just do a little bit. It's the first time I used this, so I don't. Maybe I should let's cancel this. Let's actually cut off, because they're only in about, they're in this range here. What range is that? It's like 2 to 4K. So everything above that and below that, I just don't need. All right. Sounds better. All right. Yeah, I can still hear him, but that's okay. That's pretty good. I could probably do another. Another denoise on this section here. So my recorder has an auto leveler, so you're gonna it's gonna it's gonna automatically change the gain based on the input signal, and it's got a limiter, so it let's check the initial state. Oh geez, it sounds totally different. So we're just gonna not do any of that stuff. and I will do my best to clean it up as I go. So let's just not do anything. Okay, well, we know I'll need chickens, so let's just get rid of this. Alright, so these are like pings. Natural sounding pings. Let's get these as close to transient as possible. Trying to think of how I'm going to do this. This is what I need. I need more of this kind of stuff. Chickens in the background and most of that. Let me see if I can find anything different. That's pretty good. record some of this right. I think this is when I was throwing a plastic thing at it. These are good ones. This, okay, maybe this is when I, yeah. Not the best experiment, actually. I think I'm going to start breaking these up into different, this is like a single. This is like a multiple. They're still kind of just singles. That's a multiple, or a complex, I should say. It's semi-complexed. I might want 2 different categories. I don't know if that one's going to be that useful. because I'm kind of imagining that most of these will play like at the same time, like there will be many of them playing, you know, something like this. You know, so I want to make sure that I kind of get them sort of right, and then Billy can kind of decide. That's a complex one. Then Billy can decide how and when they would be triggered. But I think we'll probably do it something like, if more than one chain is being hit at a time, then we might, you know, there might be a certain sample library that we'll play from. If it just grazes the thing, it'll play differently, so on and so forth. But I just kind of need to get him some. Okay, so these are just chains. I can hear the chickens, but screw it. It's fine. Okay, that's definitely complexed. And these are just chains. Just chain. These are single hits. Single, maybe we call them I guess we go with that. Not sure. This is all stuff outside. I think I'm going to cut that for now, and we'll start with this and see how it sounds. I'm going to keep these fairly simple. I want them to kind of sound kind of raw. All right. I'm just going to call this chains. And we'll go with that. We'll see what he thinks. I'm trying to visualize how I want this to work, and it's not really that clear to me yet. But if I give him some things, let's just call it chains. Well, that wraps it up, folks. Tune in next time. Next stream, we'll probably be either going back to Viridian Expanse, or working on a new game that I'm working on called Dice Tower. I have to do I've actually been working on it in the background. I've been working on a song for the game, but I found that doing music on stream isn't quite. I haven't quite figured out how I want to do it yet. So I'm gonna do it someday, but I haven't really liked the attempts that I've done so far. So, um, so it's gonna either be Viridian Expanse, revisions of this, or Dice Tower, which is gonna be like there's a specific sequence I'll be making, so that might be actually pretty cool to be working on it to video, to a track basically. So yeah. Okay. Have a good day, and thank you for coming